Hello everyone and welcome to the 12th episode about my game on this channel. I will try to show you what I did in the past 2 weeks, but sadly my schedule was quite busy and there were some bumps down the road, so I will let you know what happened and I hope you enjoyed this video. So the first thing I want to talk to you about was the implementation for the reputation system I made for my game. I finally decided to go in a direction. I implemented the reputation system where you had two types of reputation. As discussed in my previous video, one reputation would serve as a general reputation of your workshop, where the higher the reputation, the more people would know about your shop and therefore more customers would come to your shop daily. The second reputation is divided in guilds or factions, where there would be three separate guilds, the warrior, the hunter and the mage guild, that you would acquire reputation for, and they would give you different benefits based on which one is higher or which one you choose to maximize. Although I really liked implementing this and I really like the idea of having a reputation system, which I will definitely keep in the final form of the game, I kept shoving the main issue I had with the game under a rug and I never really faced it. So in the past week I actually said that it is enough and I had to do something about the gameplay. In my honest opinion, I really don't have a gameplay. Basically, I don't have a goal in my game. You just keep playing and you keep getting resources and going into a mine for absolutely no reason and serving customers that you have no idea what they want, and somehow this didn't feel connected to me. I just felt like the game was missing some kind of spark. So that is when I decided that I really have to do something before implementing any other new feature to the game. My brilliant idea was that I would film all this process of me writing down all these ideas, and in the meantime I would discuss why I thought of that idea, what would make it interesting, and have some kind of conversation while writing this down. The main issue was that after I watched back the videos I filmed, I realized that they were boring as hell. So yeah, sadly I will not have any footage of me coming up with all the ideas that I wrote down on paper, but I will play some other videos I recorded previously about the game and its gameplay, and in the meantime I will let you know the main ideas I came up with. And I will definitely keep writing these ideas down because I see this as a way of freeing my brain of all the ideas I have, and also having things set down on paper, written down on paper basically, and making it much easier to know where I'm going and what to implement next. Because I finished with most of the features I've written down in the beginning of my journey, I really felt like a headless chicken running in different directions, just implementing every feature that came to my mind, but I didn't have a goal. And this seems like it is working for me because I'm super motivated to continue working on the project again and continue implementing all the ideas I have written down. So the first thing I wanted to figure out while writing my ideas down was the ending of the game. I had quite a few ideas for it. I know that in the beginning, in the first few videos, when I talked about the concept of this game, I said that the gameplay might be infinite, but I realized that for such a small project as mine, the best would be to have a goal set in stone. And this goal probably will be something related to increasing the power level of the kingdom you work in. So basically, I'm thinking of something like having a deadline, like 50 days or 60 days, when a war between kingdoms would happen, and your goal in the game is to increase the power level of your kingdom to such a level that you were to beat all the kingdoms in your region. And starting with the next video, I will go into more depth with this idea because I will start implementing more features and then everything will come together. And besides that, the other thing I wanted to focus on is how to clearly define the three different guilds in the game, because currently there's absolutely no point in having them. They give you no benefits. The only thing that differs from one guild to the other is that warriors use swords, hunters use bows, and mages use staffs. But I really want to make it so that you either pick one of the three factions for some of the benefits that they might give you, or the other thing would be to want to increase the reputation on all three factions at the same time, because when the war comes, the higher your reputation, the stronger they are, which does not make sense, by the way. But yeah, I will really look into it, because I kind of want to make some sense out of this, if you understand, but I also wanted to have an enjoyable gameplay and maybe make you think just a bit. Or also this reputation thing, I think, in my opinion, would give the game some kind of replayability, because maybe one time you want to increase the reputation with one of the factions, but you would be curious of what happens if you increase the other one, and then you go for that one. So as I said, in my next video I will go into more details with these features, because I will work on them and I will expand on them more. Other than that, I will definitely stick to writing down more things first, because I haven't finished completely with the ideas I had in my head, and I believe that as long as I'm not done with those things, I will keep wanting to start implementing random features again without thinking. So I really want to have everything written down on paper and decide on my final design and just go with that until I have a playable version. There's gonna be some remaking in my game going on, because currently I've been just implementing everything without thinking and just implementing because I felt the need to implement stuff. And although it's fun, it gets really boring if you don't have a clear vision of the project. So yeah, I will keep on working on the vision in this project. Thank you for listening to me while I was rambling of how I messed up my game currently. I will come back to you in my next video, where I will be able to show you more in-depth information about my ideas and the features I want to implement, because I will have some parts implemented, and that way it will be way easier to understand and visualize what I'm talking about. Sorry that I didn't have footage of what I did in the past week, but yeah, as I said, I messed up, so I'm sorry. Thank you for checking the channel out, and I hope you like it. Please check out other videos, and bye bye.